everyone, today I'll be reviewing this new German horror movie just dropped on Netflix. It's called Old People, and when I saw the name for this movie, I was telling myself, oh, this movie's name is kind of like weird how its actual movie is. So this movie, it is a horror movie. It's kind of like a mystery slash like a slasher movie. Does bring very interesting story about, like, it does try to tell us a lot of about, like, this movie has a lot of social commentary about, old people, old age people, how they're living in this old age home where they're just there, days after days. Nobody goes there to visit them. All this social commentary this movie try to bring you. On top of it is a horror story, so, some horror stuff going on, all this slasher kill. Oh man, this movie is like quite a movie, I must say. Overall, also, this movie isn't as good as it could have been, but it's not bad that much, I would say. There is some touchy moment there. As I was saying, this movie does have all this social commentary that I cannot just ignore it. I found them very interesting that this movie tried to bring it. Same time, the story doesn't always make sense, so there is to that, you know what I mean? Like, you see in this movie, this single mom with 2 kids, she's going to this small town for her sister wedding, and when she goes there to pick up her dad from that old age home, she feels all this tension there. All these old people there, they're so cranky and growling at her. She tried to get her dad and get out of there. Of course, she gets out of there. Later in the movie, we see all these old people. They go crazy there. They start attacking all these town people, especially in this small town. And all this single mom, she tried to run for her life. That is what this movie is about. And how this movie ends, you're like, this movie did left us with a lot of stuff. Like, I was like, oh, are you not gonna tell us what happened about those? Although this movie tried to imply the world was about to end. So that is to that. So this movie does have a lot of slasher kill. Especially this movie starts with such a brutal scene. I was like, oh my god. Like, I don't watch that much horror movie. I found some of the killing is like, whoa. But then in other movie, they're more brutal. So this movie is not that bad. I found all the actor in this movie, they're really very good looking. Acting is okay. They're not that bad. There's one teenage drama going on. Sister, she's trying to get married. And then, of course, the dad, like the who is old in this movie. Overall, what else this movie trying to do here? Story was interesting, but the execution didn't work for me. Also, one thing I didn't like about this movie is, like, this movie tried to show you a lot of, like, all these old people, they're cranky and they're going crazy. I didn't like watching that, honestly, because all these people, they're already miserable, they're just there and sad, and it's really sad when this movie tried to show you. I get that's the point, but I didn't like it, that the way they show. I guess that is the point of it. You feel so sad when you watch all these sad faces. They're just there alone. Nobody's visiting them. And then end of this movie, how they all turn into this zombie killing, attacking people. I guess I didn't like that. I felt somehow it's very disrespecting toward those people. I felt like, or, I didn't like that this movie is trying to imply all this. Although there is a reason behind it, I just didn't like them going crazy like this. That is what I'm trying to say here. I don't, especially this movie did show, like, started with this old person. His face was like, really, he didn't need to do anything. He looked like a horror movie face like that. I was already scared of him. Then, of course, he brutally killed that girl. I was like, oh my god. Yeah, this movie was kind of like weird watch for me. The story was interesting. The execution didn't work. And that was my thought on this movie. Let me know in the comment what do you think about this movie, and if you enjoyed this review, don't forget my other reviews on other Germany TV show and movie. If you enjoyed this, please subscribe, and until I see you next time, please take care.